Hello everyone, Eileen here. I've got a video tutorial for you today. Now I must do more video tutorials, I know that. Thank you very much for your support and your patience, and I promise that I will do a few more. Anyway, let's get on with this one first. Okay, it's quite a small card to do, and it's fun at the same time, and it uses Lavinia Stamps products. Put it in front of me so I can see what I'm doing. Got a few sheets of copy paper here, and I've taken an A4 sheet of super smooth white cardstock. I've folded it, creased it, and I've cut it to 11 centimetres, I believe that's what it is, yeah. 11 centimetres in width by just a tad under 15 centimetres in length. I just couldn't get 15 out of the size of the card. But so that's 11 by a little bit under 15 centimetres. I'm putting a piece of copy paper inside to protect the inside of it. Oh, before I do, I'm going to do the corner punch first. This is a We Are Memory Keepers corner punch. It's my fave. It's got 3 apertures, so you've got a choice of sizes and shapes. I'd use the biggest. It's nice and round. It just adds that sort of, in my opinion, professional touch to your cards. Makes them a little more attractive, I think. Go back. Right. Starting off with a stencil from Lavinia Stamps. Now this has got flowers in it. This is called Words 1, I believe this is called. But I'm using the flowers, but you've got obviously the words. This is the stencil in all its glory. And this is Eileen's stencil, which is all cut up. Yep, I've been busy with the scissors. Right. And it's the flowers that I'm after. Starting off with the larger flower, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, as you can see. I'm starting off with a larger flower and around about just up from the middle and off the edge of the card. Okay. I want to be careful I don't get any other flowers mixed up with this one. I'm using Elements inks by Lavinia Stamps, and this is confetti, and a stencil brush. This is size 7. Pop that down. You're not going to get it identical to the original card, but if it's close enough, then I'm happy with that, if you are. Darker towards the edges, lighter sort of fading out, so you get a little bit of the ink's very fluid today. Got a couple of bits there, stray inky bits. No worry, I can get rid of those with a white pen when the ink has dried. So just going to blot that with a bit of kitchen towel. That's fine. It's going to be darker than the original, but why not? Using the same stencil flower, going up a little bit and over, out more to the middle of the card, and releasing a lot of pressure from the brush. Just very gently add some colour. Sort of a pink blush rather than deep pink. Yeah, that's good. And and then down again. So you've got 3 more or less in the middle of the card using the same pink. And again, coming down like so. And again, so that they are in the background rather than in your face, be gentle with the ink and the brush. No more ink on the brush. Darker on this side, add a little bit of dimension again. All right. So that is the pink offering. Wipe the stencil, just using a bit of kitchen towel. And going up with the same flower to the top of my card. And I'm going for the blue now. And again, it's just going off on the side there. Della Blue, elements again, lovely colour. I've got some squidged in the top already. And again, changing brushes. Might want a bit more. Just popping that down there. It will cover some of the pink, no problem. Gently does it. You don't need to tape your card down, your stencil. Just be mindful of the flowers next to it. Stay away from them. And I'm holding on tightly. Now, because some pink has come up from the flower below, it's sort of got a purple tone. I'm happy with that. Yeah, that's good. Now, swapping, wipe the stencil. Going to place, I think I've got a tiny amount of blue here, right slap bang in the middle of those. Yeah, why not? You can stick your flowers where you like, to be honest. They're so pretty, they'll be perfect anywhere. Yep, so very lightly there, so you've got a sort of a ghostly image. And again, wipe that off. I'm going down now to the larger flower once more and really off the card here. Right in that corner. Bit more blue, but not too overpowering. But seeing the colour blue would be a good idea. There, we got that one there. And then coming down just a tad more. And over just a little. Now I'm going to remove I want to put some more blue in here because I haven't got enough, I don't think. That should be better. Holding it tightly so it doesn't move. Mind the edges, you don't want any lines. I'm going to make this darker. So I'm adding more ink. Lovely jubbly. And finally, after another quick wipe, going back to the top, and I'm going to use this flower here. So it's sort of the 3rd in size, I think. Now pop that over. And then using another colour, Lime Punch. Oh yes. I've got my yellow brush there, that won't matter. Just take that there again. And just very gently pop some colour in there. So it looks as if it's peeping through from underneath. And then down again. There's a bit of a gap here, which is good. Deliberately left, obviously. And colour there. And then here, but I'm releasing pressure because I want it to be paler, so it isn't so overpowering. And I think I'm done. Yes, so that's more or less the flowers in place. They can go away. I'll wash the stencil later, but only with mild soap and water. I've got coffee everywhere too. That doesn't help. All right. Now on to the stamping. So I have my soft stamping mat here underneath. And the first thing that I'm going to stamp are the words. And these are really lovely. I can find where I've put them. These are called Forbidden Secrets, and the number of them is Lavinia, it's Lav 878. Forbidden Secrets, beautiful script. Just going to use it as a background fill-in. Taking a block, pop it on. Twilight blue. Take off First Generation. And then starting more or less at the top, not quite, but close. Keep it straight if you can, because although you won't be able to read all of it, you will know if it's lopsided, and it won't look so good. And I've moved over a little bit to the left-hand side, and now I'm going to ink up again. Twilight blue still. First Generation. And going over back to the right-hand side of the card. Second Generation. Down. Like so. Just fills in a bit of gap there. Could do with a bit more there, shall I? Yes, why not? Now it's onto my T-square and a black pen. Going to speed up a bit, I think, because I don't want this video to go on too long. It won't load. The T-square, my friend. Oh, sorry. I'm getting ahead of myself. The circles are next. It's a while since I've made this card. So I have some circles here. And I'm using negative shapes. And I'm using... I've got 3 different sizes, all right? 1, 2, and 3. I'm using the larger of the 3 sizes, slap bang more or less in the middle of the card, going off of the card. And very quickly, with a black pigment ink pen, hold the circle down your mask. Make sure it doesn't move. And then I'm going to use a smaller one now, just checking to see if that is the smaller one. It is. And going up the card just slightly and off the card again. You can, honestly, you can put the circles where you like. Yeah, no problem. Down just a little, I think. And again, draw around that. And then over we go to the last one. And I think, is that the same size? Yes, it is. So I just used 2 of those. And then again, up just a little. And then draw right the way around this one. There we go. Now I'm going to introduce 2 smaller circles, but I'm using one of these. I've got no idea what it's called, but it sort of floats about a bit, all right? I'm very technical. Listen, if it's got circles in it, then I'll buy it, all right? This I've used for these 2 smaller circles here. So I think that the first one is, oh yeah, is this one. This moves this middle bit, so if you've got one of these, be careful. That's one. And then a smaller one. I think I'll go for this one. Why not? That'll do. Okay. So I've got all them all in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, there you go. I've not cheated you. 5 circles in the original card. 5 circles in my video. Now it's this T-square. Popping it down, and then how many lines have I got? 1, 2, 3 lines. Okay. They might not be in exactly the same place as the others, but it really doesn't matter. We're just giving it a bit of interest. 1. Make sure your lines are straight, okay? 2. And I want one shorter now, I think. Alter the lengths and the widths. Let's have that one a bit wider. Yes, just has a bit of interest. Now, I just top and tail them where they intersect with the circles or each other, and just do a small circle of ink. Just adds a little bit more interest. If you think you're overdoing it, then stop. If you think you've got too many circles of ink. Okay. Couple more bits of stamping now, and then on to a bit of tarting up. I've got a small block here, and I'm going to put the word birthday wishes in, and then I'm going to add these. Look, these birds, they're a joy. They are gorgeous. You know, I don't usually go ooh ah, but the way Tracy's drawn these, you can sort of just see the feathers, and oh, I think they're delightful. They're going to be close by on my desk all the time. I'm just going to have a slurp of coffee, if you don't mind. Wakey, wakey time. Right, there's the birds. They're fledglings. LAV 965. LAV 965. You're going to see these on my cards a lot because I think they are just so sweet. And then the words, birthday wishes. Okie dokie. These are from the set called Heartfelt Verses. I never put these away. When you look at my cards, a lot of the time I'm using this set for a sentiment. And I don't usually, what I'm looking for is this length of the sentiment and the shape rather than what it actually says. And these cover all occasions, but I want quite a long word here. So I'm going to have 2 birthday wishes. Pop it on the block. Make sure it's straight. Use a stamp press if you're not sure. Pop that in there. And I'm using Versifying Claire Nocturne. Move that over a little. Inking up. Right, this is where I take my life in my hands and try and stamp this straight. I'm going across here. Let the ink soak in. Yes, that's fine. I'm just wiping the stamp over with a damp cloth. I'll clean it later with soap and water. And now these tiny little birds. Oh, they're so gorgeous. Unfortunately, one goes one way and the others go the other, which is handy, Harry. So you get the 2. So I'm going to use the smaller one first. And I'm using Nocturne. Be careful with this because I've got it all over the block. And then into this area here. Down and up. Good stuff. And then ink it up again because I used this twice. Gentle tapping. Down and up. And then the final bird, which is slightly larger than the other 2. Pop that down. Make sure it's coated, and then this one is going in here. Fabulous. And the final thing is making sure that everything is dry. Don't worry, this cloth looks dirty, but it isn't. It's clean, okay? Imagine the horrified look on your face if you think I'm going to get ink everywhere now. Right. So that's that. Put birds away. And I'm using a gold sparkle pen. And I'm checking the edges of my hands because sometimes I've got a habit of getting them inky, and then as I'm drawing these around the flowers, I'm getting ink transferred to all areas that I don't want to. Now, I'm going to rush this a bit so it won't be so neat, but what you're looking for is to outline all the flowers, all right? So I'm going to hurry, but please take your time. I'm going to do 2 video tutorials today. And I promise to do more in the future. I get so many lovely people asking me to do them. You're making me feel guilty because I don't. And I should, because I enjoy doing them. I mean, it isn't as if they're live. You know. There's a little two fade out sort of marks from the ink that came off of the stencil. And I've incorporated those in by just drawing the circle. This gold certainly does highlight these flowers well. That wasn't done so well. It's got an extra line on it. Oh, well, it adds to the mix. There we are. Hope you're not falling asleep. I'm going to ask questions later. I can hear snoring, but I think it's a dog. Our Daisy, she's 16 now, you know, this year. 16. That's a lot in dogged time, isn't it? She's a total joy. Right, on to the last. I'm making a bit of a pig's ear of this, I think. So you take your time with this gold. This gold pen is called, it's a hybrid dual metallic. And I got these pens from Cult Pens, C-U-L-T, here in the UK. However, they don't sell them in singles. I think you have to buy a box, all right, which is okay if you're doing workshops like what I'm doing. But, you know, because you can distribute them out to the attendees of the workshop. But you can get together with your friends, can't you? So they only sell them in boxes of 12. But look at the sparkle. It's a must-have, isn't it? Too right, mate. Oh, I've missed one here. Better. I've missed another one under there, but I'm not going to do that, I don't think. It's sort of faded into the background. So I'm going to do this large one here. Hope I'm in shot with all this. And that's it, I think. I don't think I've missed any. I enjoyed doing that. That was really relaxing. It was restful. Well, it was for me. I hope it was for you. And I'll run the video back. Oh, I've missed a bit here in the middle. Can never have too much gold, okay? I'm going to run the video back, see if it's okay. So this is the one that I've just completed. Here's the one that I did earlier. Actually, I like the words on here. I think the ink is a little bit, there's more ink on that. However, I'm quite happy with that. Yeah, I enjoyed it. See you again in a little while. I'm going to move on to video tutorial number 2. Bye for now. Have a super day.